And with that, good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. It is Monday, January 20th, and uh, some of us are at home with the kids because it is a day off. Those of us that have escrows know that it is closed today as a holiday. And we would be remiss if we didn't acknowledge the fact that this is Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. And everything that this is not a soapbox for policy reform or politics. I just want to put that out there. But it's if we blow past it and not acknowledge all of the work and the diversity of even our collective here without paying a little bit of respect to Dr. King's dream. Because for everyone that does have their camera on, look at how gorgeous we all are. It's Monday. The light is shining, princess. I'm always looking for you because you find your lights and your angles. I love it. But the diversity of our room, we know that this is something that we shouldn't take for granted. In 1960, when he gave that speech, this may have been outlawed or definitely not supported or as welcomed as we do today. So taking a moment just to soak in how far we have come. Now, I'm not saying that we have reached the pinnacle of success and progress, but look at how far we've come with being able to gather together and enjoy the diversity, not as a DEI strategy, but as a genuine collective coming together organically. So I wanted to just take a moment and say how grateful I am for each and every one of you joining today. And it's always a privilege to stand in for Elias and that impossible dream, 5 years ago. And I told Elias this 5 years ago, did he ever think that he would be headed to the stock market exchange to ring the bell for real estate and being consistent? And it's a wild thought, but anything that is impossible is only impossible until someone thinks that it is. So each and every one of us have that ability to dream the impossible and make it possible. And I think that all of us agree that that is what this group fosters. That is where we all come from. And we just want to see each and every one of us succeed and not succeed small, but let's go big, right? So that is my sentiment for the morning. Dream big, see the impossible, and attack it as if it is completely 100% possible. Vernon, do you have any words of wisdom on this Monday? I know you're in the bathrobe and I caught you. Do you have any words of wisdom on this Monday to get us all going?
Morning, everyone. This is not a bathrobe, but more so of the most comfiest onesie on the planet.
Is it a snuggie?
It's a snuggie to the ankles, and I got all the damn colors. So I'm gonna rock this. See how lush this looks? No, I'm just
I'm
kidding.
not mad at it. You look really cozy. So
So this
go
is
ahead.
when your mom buys you something repetitively for Christmas, you would be a damn fool not to put it on. Okay,
Yeah.
so I just this is my new one for this year. I got a blue one. But happy MLK Day. Super excited for everyone. I'm getting ready to after this, I've got a full day depart for New York, meet Elias out there hella early tomorrow morning, but I'm speaking at the MLK event in Solano County this morning at the fairgrounds. And so I'm just super excited about being able to be in this space with you all. One of Dr. King's true missions was that the collective prospers, regardless of your skin tone, the pigmentation in your skin, regardless of your political affiliation, because quite honestly, the left wing and the right wing are two wings of the same damn chicken. And so from that perspective, we're here today to continue to embody the principles and the values that Dr. King stood on, that he marched on. My mom marched with him, part of the civil rights movement back in the days, and to be a branch in the lineage of that type of social justice and change is just a blessing. So we're here to manifest those values through real estate in our daily lives. But what I'm going to encourage you is what I'm going to encourage the 2,000 people that are expected to be in the auditorium today celebrating Dr. King is this: we are one. Irrespective of your social economic background, irrespective of the pigmentation on your skin and where you claim that you are from on this earth, we're one. Regardless of your gender, we're one. And if we can operate from that capacity, from that perspective and that state of mind, in our daily lives and activities, we can personally be positive contributors and carry on the legacy that Dr. King died for, strived for, and I'll be bold enough to say was killed for, to stop that movement. Well, you can't stop replication, and we are the example of that. So positive light, positive energy. We are the change agents that we're looking for. Stand bold in that. Blessing, I'm proud of you. See you grabbing the microphone. This is a phenomenal evolution for all of us, but in particularly you've been watching your process, your progress for a very long time. So I don't have much more to say outside of it's good to see everyone's face on the day that we celebrate Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I'm excited about what the contributions are going to be in this space today. I'm happy to see that we're carrying on what Elias has designed and built for the edification and exaltation of all of us. So grace, peace, and blessings to you. Let's get it.
Thank you, Vernon. Thank you. And the reality is that this room is a reflection of each. Go ahead, Cortez. Or are you on mute?
Tez, mute yourself, Brody. There you
That's
go.
okay. So the fact that you said that we are the change agents, right? This room is not a room to come in and shrink or to hide, and we've never sugarcoated the message of each and every time we gather together, and it is really for us to hold a mirror up to each other. You're going to hold a mirror up to yourself, but the room is supporting you. So whatever needs to be worked on, whatever you want to achieve, this is a room where I think, well, I'm going to say it for myself, that the change can happen as long as you're committed to being uncomfortable, to not just accepting where you are right now as I'm good with this. We don't have room to be complacent. Not with the few that I've had conversations and I know what your goals are. None of us want to stay still. We all have the next level that we want to get to. And that's why Move the Needle Monday is probably my favorite call of the week. Don't tell Elias, but it really is. Where are you right now and where do you want to go? And no matter how impossible that might feel or how heavy that might feel, this room can help you make it possible. You just have to be committed to whatever that is. And I'm saying whatever that is because we know that the thing that we need the most is clarity. What are you working on this week? What are the goals that you need to accomplish this week that get you closer to that bigger goal? We all know the box, right? I don't have the slide, but we know the box that Elias holds up. Who wants to explain for the group what the box is? This is a weird box I'm putting up. You can just take yourself off mute. What goes in the box? Or have I lost everyone?
Only what you have done goes in the box. There's no room for excuses.
Thank you, Joanne. It is the numbers. It is what you need to do. No excuses, no stories. It's only, this really is a weird shape, so I'm making a circle. But it is just the numbers. So that's what we're going to talk about with Move the Needle Monday. It's what needs to happen. But right before we go into that, I know we've all been busy this weekend. So who's got some wins? Who wants to raise the energy and get some kudos? Give me 5 people that have done personal, professional wins. Throw your hands up.
Can I start us off?
Go ahead, Princess, and then we'll go over to you, Christina.
Good morning. So this past weekend, me and Sophia hosted up here in Sacramento, lovely 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathroom home. We had about 10 groups come through. We were able to secure about maybe 4, maybe 6 leads. I think because it was in a gated community, so we had to get those direct numbers in order for them to get access. But yeah, super successful, and yeah, we were just ready to kill it. It was a great start to the weekend.
Beautiful, beautiful. And Princess, tell me, what was something that you and Sophia had to overcome to make this open house as successful as it was?
I think when we first thought about it, it was the fact that it was in a gated community. But even with that, we were still able to bring potential buyers through. We just had to get out of our own way of thinking like, oh, this isn't gonna be like as successful as it was. And I think also like a little bit of a challenge was trying to find an open house. Typically up here in Sacramento, some people are a little bit like, no, it's only for my team, or like they literally will not respond. But thankfully, when I reached out, the first person I reached out to, she actually called me maybe like within 5-10 minutes after I sent the message out, and we were able to secure an open house. So
Okay. So not taking no for an answer.
exactly.
Love it. Okay. Good job. Christina, our furry realtor. Let's go over to you.
Hi. So at first, I hosted an open house on Friday. It was from 5 to 7 with Jakara. I don't know if she's on the call. But what I initially thought, like, oh man, only one person came through. She lives next door. Like, this was a bad turnout in my head. But then sure enough, she was really interested, and she was curious about seeing it in the morning. So it was actually a great technique that we did the twilight, because she had to come back. So we were able to continue to build that rapport. And so we booked the appointment. We took her the next day, and she seems interested, but it was something about the lighting that she wasn't crazy about. But in the same situation, she also mentioned that when she does find a unit that has the lighting that she likes, she would be interested in helping us sell the one she's in. So it seemed like it wasn't a win, but it turned out like this was a great lead. So I'm just happy that even though we got one, she was a solid one. So I was really happy that, Jakara and I partnered on that, and that we were able to get that appointment. So
Good job. Let's go. And I'm going to ask you the same thing. What did you and Jakara have to overcome or face while you were there?
overcome, it was a condo, so it was a little bit challenging to get people up there as well. And I didn't think about, Friday is kind of a busy day. It's in Chinatown, so it's not easy to park there and to get up. But we still, one person is still a win for me. So it was a great turnout either way.
Beautiful. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go over to Gabby. Miss Gabby with her puppies. I saw those beautiful, beautiful puppies you were walking.
Hi. So, my little win for the weekend was
Hold on, Gabby. I'm going to stop you. No such thing as little wins.
Okay.
No such thing as little wins. So let's back it up.
All right.
Start fresh. Okay.
Okay. So, one of the ladies that reached out, or that I met in Miami, reached out to me, and I'm now partnering with her on a deal in Stockton. So I'm showing houses tomorrow. So I feel like that's a win for sure.
It's a huge win. And
Yeah.
where this Miami contact, was that from EXPCon or just?
Yeah, EXPCon. Yeah, we happen to sit at the same table for lunch, and she lives in San Jose. So yeah,
Look at the partnership.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're showing properties tomorrow. So Friday we'll have an update on how this little win turns into a big.
Yes.
Well, okay.
Yes.
Congrats to you. Vernon, where's the win coming from? One of your 17 for this week.
One of my 17 for the weekend. I had an epiphany this weekend. Was in contract for a flex deal, my first of the year, and offered $60K over asking. Property needed some work. If anyone knows about the Alameda market, there's no single family residences on that island, less than $1 million, period, the end. If you find one, it is going to need some work. And so we found one listed at 747, came in at 815, got the offer accepted, sent my construction team out to really assess the true needs of the property, to get it up to code, safe and secure. Ended up going to be $161,000 worth of work. My clients are first-time home buyers. It just didn't feel right. So as opposed to wanting to stay in contract, for me, the best move for them was for us to cancel that contract, because it just wasn't sitting right with us. Some of us, including myself in the very near recent past, would be like, damn it, man, I needed that contract to really close escrow, 815. That's a cool little compensation and so forth. But when we take ourselves out of ourselves and we put ourselves in the shoes of those who we are serving, and we're looking at things from their perspective, it removes all of the selfish ambition. Said all that to say, sent a cancellation in, found 2 or 3 other properties on the island this weekend, went and saw both of them yesterday. And when I tell you guys, the Alameda's real estate market is cracking. These 2 properties, for the 30 minutes that we were there, probably about 50 people came through each of those properties for the 30 minutes that we were there, okay? My client loves the second one. It's going to take us about 135 to get our offer accepted. So the way that God works, and I'm a man of faith, is faith the size of a mustard seed has the ability to produce an endless harvest. That $815,000 contract that we canceled is now going to turn into a $1.35 million offer that's going to be accepted that we'll be writing very soon. When we position ourselves in a way that's selfless, okay, the result of that is tremendous blessings, because God knows the condition of our heart whenever we're engaging, whether we're selfish or selfless. Simply a reward for positioning myself in a selfless way to now have an increase of from 815 to 1.35. So I'm super excited about that. Offer deadline is, it's in the very near future, but we're positioned to submit whatever it's going to take to win that offer. So I'm super grateful for my client. I'm super grateful for myself, and learned, in a sense, the importance of posture and how I posture myself when I'm representing these families. So super big win, hella excited. It's time to go to New York. Ready for that as well. But God is good. Let's go.
Good job. Good job. And I'm going to keep you there for just a minute. And can we have a transparent moment?
Blessing, you go ahead and check me about my Snuggie.
Well, the Snuggie is snuggling, so we're going to keep going.
Okay. Let's go.
You clearly know what the commission on the 815 was going to be, right?
Yes.
How did you actually feel when you had to send that cancellation?
It was the right move to make. It was the right move to make, because if we're working in this space consciously, right, what's best for our client is what's best for me. And so I felt that was the best move to make for them. I don't want to have any regrets. You don't want to put a client in a property just to get the commission and knowing that it's going to be hell and high water for them in the next 12 to 18 months, 24 months, at my suggestions of, no, this is the one, and that being a selfish suggestion. I just consciously can't live with that, right? I have integrity and a character that I operate by. So it was the right thing to do. But then you pivot from, okay, that didn't work, but there is a solution. Now let's go find it. Okay. It immediately transitions from one energy to the next when the client's their best interests are at hand. Again, God knows the conditions of our heart. So when we're positioning ourselves from that lens, the blessing is on the horizon. And the blessing for me, was a difference of $600K in terms of offer price, and as a result, what that's going to bring to me as it relates to commission. So win-win. They're happy. I'm happy. The agent that we canceled on, he may not be too happy because we called his bluff, but that's his problem. I'm gonna, make my bed, and I'm gonna lay in it, and I can go to sleep consciously knowing that I did what was best for my client, and we ended up winning on all ends of that transaction. So super grateful.
Good. And I wanted to call attention to that because sometimes, commission breath is real when we want to make our bills are real. There's no one in here that's going to say, oh, I can go without a check and these bills are going to be on pause. So there is that, when you said take ourselves out of it and lead from a place of service, that is stepping into the abundance mindset. And we all know that there is plenty of business to go around for everyone. And for those that think that any time is slow, we know that it's only slow if you haven't been doing the activities. We know that doing the activities and leading from a place of service and leading with the right intention, we know that that's going to pay off. So continue to just move with that idea that you're serving your clients, it will always come back to you. You may have to, take a real big deep breath, but it always pays off in the end. You never want a client to feel like they've been sold. You'll never get any business from it. And whatever that check was, it won't be worth it. So thank you, Vernon, for that. Otis, let's go over to you.
Wow, great input, great shares. I mean, Vernon, didn't know that about mom. Sending a lot of love to you today too for your presentation down there. What time does it start? I want to come try to support.
It starts at 1:00, bro. So the Solano County Black Chamber, I don't mean to monopolize the conversation, but just to give you some context, the Solano County Black Chamber of Commerce is the biggest Black chamber of commerce in the state of California. We have about 1,000 members, entrepreneurs, small businesses that are part of our Black chamber in Solano County. We influence the political realm by endorsing and engaging the political candidates from the very local level, city council, mayor, all the way up to the national level as it relates to congressmen, senators, and so forth. I'm the chair of the Solano County Black Chamber Political Action.
Okay,
So, it will be there rocking and representing. It starts at 1:00. I'll probably pull up at about 12:30, do my little zhuzh, and then I got to get ready because my flight from New York leaves at 5 a.m. But
no Snuggie, right? You're not zhuzhing in the Snuggie, right?
Blessing.
Okay, Otis, let's talk about your wins. Let's
No,
keep going.
word. I just wanted to get a light on that because today means a lot to me. I can only imagine, the struggles and stuff Vernon's moms and even grandmoms and grandfathers, just like mine's coming from the South, having to deal with that. It's a blessing because I'm biracial. My son's biracial. Back then, I couldn't even have a son with the woman that I had a son by. So, I mean, that means a lot. And then, President Trump, giving us the word yesterday that he's getting ready files for us to properly know what happened, because we have that right to know what happened to the leaders that would have advanced our movement. As far as my wins, man, like this intensity is something I needed so much. It's just empowered me really so much, not only to stretch, what I could do on a daily basis, but just really get back to the basis of what I'm supposed to be doing as a realtor. So I'm just hella pumped. I should have all my metrics done by the end of the day, hopefully, if not first thing, for surely Wednesday morning, because I want to make sure that when we get to the accountability group, that we're already done and we're just trying to check to see who's missing something so I can possibly help out. Me and Jacob did an open house, 2 days. We came up like literally from me just asking one person, so I didn't have any struggles with that. But we got some really good feedback. We had about, like, I want to say 12 parties come through. Maybe 3 or 4 might be some people that want to stay in there. It's in the Hoodenbrook area. I sold a house literally down the street, so it gives us a wide range to go door knock this weekend to get some for this week. And then also just to get them started for next week with our open house that we got this coming week. And then I'm really happy that my brother Gary Archer on the line. He's days away from getting his license and coming on board. So just really feeling good about what's been building over the last few months. Obviously with Jacob and Kim and Hugo, and now bringing Gary on. So just really happy where I'm at and just ready to kill. Even Ina too. Let me shout out to Ina too, because we got a lot of stuff going on right now. So just feeling really good, and I'm just really, really, really ready to crush these next 4 weeks, man.
Let's go, Otis. You have been showing up consistently. You've always been consistent, but I feel like, and this is said to you multiple times, and I know that you'll agree, your level of consistency, the bar has been raised. Like, you are just very intentional with all the information you put out and how you are moving. So it's motivating to all of us to see it. So thank you for the win. And then last but not least, Miss Kelly Hiker. Or is that an accidental hand?
No, I'm in. All right, so I'm gonna vibe off that whole with Cortez about just feeling the intensity and appreciating all of the metrics, and just getting that, that's the whole reason why I joined Team Fast. Was I really need that foundation that I never really got before, kind of just flying by, and just not really having that set foundation. So I'm super stoked on that. This weekend I did 2 open houses. The first one, I had 2 groups come through. I actually got a buyer out of this one that I'm working with now. She doesn't really want that home, but I'm actually going to Oakland today to go check out some homes for her that could fit her criteria. Fast forward to Sunday, got 3 new buyers there. I went around and walked. It was the townhouse. just listed just under 400,000, but I went around and started talking to people in the community, ended up getting 3 different buyers out of it. One of them was a neighbor that wants to stop renting and become a homeowner. So I actually put him in touch with my lender. We're crunching some numbers, so hopefully going to write on that. And also just been reaching out to past clients. I have a few appointments this week. I had nothing really coming into the new year. I'm going to be honest. I kind of just took the last month off. No excuses, but I'm pumped and ready to rock. And got lots of things coming in the pipeline now. So I'm pretty pumped now.
Good. And all it does is take that focus that we're going to make something happen, right?
Right. Yeah.
Good job. So clearly lots and lots of wins and lots of activities. That's the past. We got to start fresh today. For anyone that didn't have a win that they wanted to share, we can always find something. Hold on 1 second. Forgot to tell my son that I am on camera, so we needed to tell him to take care of that. But if you didn't have anything you wanted to share, I'm going to be very straightforward and say, why? Why didn't we have something we wanted to put out? If we look at all of the activity that we did this weekend, is it because we didn't do anything, or is it because we think it's little and it doesn't matter? Because here's one thing that I was listening to Maya Angelou this morning. Everything you do counts, even if no one's watching, even if you're not talking about it, everything you do counts. So if you didn't have anything you wanted to share, do you have clarity of what needs to happen for this week? Go ahead, Brianna.
I was just being a big old baby and didn't want to raise my hand.
You know that that doesn't fly here.
I know.
Let's
so
go.
then I raised my damn hands.
Okay. Bring on a win. Tell us.
Yes, win. Me and Morgan and Brandy did an open house in Mountain House, and we had a buyer come in. This is why it's good to always do open houses together, because she came in, she wanted to go see the new builds in the area, and I actually was going to let this slide by because I didn't feel good. I'd been up all night with my son. He's sick again. And I was actually going to let it fly. And Morgan was like, Brianna can take you right now. I say, you know what? You're right. Brianna can take you right now. She can put on her big girl panties, get in that damn car and take you right now. Emailing over the BRBC. Let's go. So Morgan stayed at the open house, and I took our now buyer to go look at new builds, and we have a full consult scheduled with her on Zoom this weekend. So
let's go.
Yes, it's good to have people with you that'll like push a little bit and support you when you're like, ugh. And after that, I was hyped. I didn't even feel tired anymore. I was like, sick kid, where?
It always feels good when you confront that little fear that's there and it's a win on the other side, right?
And then I did it right now because I had turned my camera off. It was like, oh, I'm so tired. I don't feel good. And I was like, oh my God, why? I'm turning my camera back on. I'm raising my hand. Can't leave Blessing hanging. Like, seriously.
Thank you for showing up for yourself, not even whether you show up for me or not. It's like showing up for yourself and knowing, that's how we get over the fears. That's how we quiet that voice every single time, is just taking action. So proud of you, Bree.
It makes a big difference. And it really does. When you start pushing past those boundaries just a little bit, like I was just reflecting yesterday, like, wow, I so feel like myself now. Coming from a completely different field and starting a whole new career in your 40s you can kind of feel out of place. And in the beginning, I think I was trying to fit into something that wasn't me, and being with this group and just the support and pushing past my boundaries, I think I found myself, and I feel really confident and comfortable with who I am as a realtor.
That is beautiful to hear. And the fact that you ever felt stifled, you guys, we've seen her show up. We've always felt like this is always who she is, right? The fact that this is new and you're feeling comfortable, that just means that we're going to get so much more from you. And I'm excited. Cortez, I'm coming to you in just a second, but I do have one thing that Elias wanted me to share. Shameless plug, but if you have benefited from Keep It Moving Coaching and you are on the team, they are asking for people to schedule time. I just dropped it in the chat to go into the studio and talk about what Keep It Moving has done for you. And we know that this is a space of accountability and transparency. And I will say that this leading and like showing up like this was never anything I thought possible until I started coming here. So we know that there is power in the mastermind. There's power in this. So if you can take a look at the calendar and if you can make the time to go into HQ to record your testimonial, it only opens it up for other people and then putting it out there for yourself. So that is something that he is asking. If you aren't able to grab it, message me and I can send it directly to you. Cortez, you had your hand up and now it's down. You want to share? You don't want to share?
Yeah, it's cool.
Okay.
Well, I wasn't gonna share either, but you know what? I had a lot of wins in the last 2 weeks. So I'm super excited about everything that's going on. And it seems like it's right in alignment with who I am as a person. So and some of these things have stretched me out that maybe I didn't know that I was capable of. So right after this meeting, I'll be meeting with Solano Community Assist. So I'm officially a partner of theirs as an independent contractor. I'm gonna be doing home buyer seminars every weekend from 1 to 3 at different locations throughout Solano County. And I'm also going to be highlighting local businesses, something that I already do on my Instagram. So I'm super excited about that. They're actually going to pay me for that as well. So it's kind of like I get to double in and do what I already do and get paid and meet clients. I had 2 buyer consultations on Saturday from that home buyer seminar, even though I didn't throw it, but one of my past clients is an employee there. That's how I got plugged in, and she's been giving everybody my number. So I had 2 buyer consultations this last weekend. Also, I've been announcing it a little bit, but I am officially a member of the leadership of the Black EXP Network. So, you know, I've been managing the social media page a few of the days. I'm helping out with the education. We're going to get my guy Vernon up there to speak one of these months. So everybody come to those tribal trainings that's open for anybody, and take advantage because it's education out here in a lot of different ways. And it all came because I went out and I did something uncomfortable by going to EXP Con. I went there by myself, you know, and it's amazing when you get into the room and how people maybe see something in you that you don't see. So the next thing is I'm partnering up with Team Fast, and I'm actually going to be kicking off the Black EXP Network Bay Area section, and it's going to be a lot of good events there. So I'm going to be doing parties and educationals quarterly. So be on the lookout for that.
And you were just going to sit back and not let us know. Whenever you get your first check from the Solano County, can I get $1? Vernon asked for 5. I just want $1. Like, just let me.
I was going to ask Vernon for 20 later on. I was going to hit him up.
Hey, Ted,
Proud of you for showing up. I'll come get it. I'll say, you know, it's okay. We'll talk. That is huge. That is so good. And man, Cortez, you really did step out, and that EXPCon did change a lot for you. And I just proud to see your light continue to shine and get as big as it is. And that does come from facing the uncomfortable. We all, you know, have to do things outside of the comfort zone. Here's the reminder, and I will tell you, probably TMI, right before I show up today, just put on extra deodorant. That's all. Just put on the extra deodorant and do the thing. Just do the thing, because you will always win on the other side of confronting the fear. And just make sure you've got good deodorant and you wear black. It's fine. You'll be great. Jamie, you've been waiting patiently. Tell us what your win is, lovely.
Well, good morning, everyone. I'm new to EXP Team Fast. I've started about maybe a couple of weeks ago.
Welcome.
So I'm still trying to learn this platform. This is my first time being on this type of platform. I'm like completely old school, so this is like Team Fast ain't no joke. I'm like, I hope this don't give me a heart attack.
It might, but we're here to get you. We're here to support you.
This is a whole new game for me, but I'm super excited. When I signed up 2 weeks ago, I went on a listing presentation and I had nothing. I mean, my license wasn't even it was in the process of getting, transferred over. So I got all that done. So I have a listing appointment, finishing up that this week. That will go in contract for a fixer upper. but I just wanted to, I'm very inspired by everyone on this platform, because I've never had this level of camaraderie ever in real estate. So I thank everybody, keep up the good work. And I'm just looking to team with as many people as I can to get up to speed, So I meet with Kelly today at the office. I asked for some help. She said she will come to the office and meet me there. So if anybody want to jump on with me to help me out, I'm accepting any and all, and I'm ready to go.
All right, all right. I heard a win of a listing appointment and jumping in, so welcome. And you do have a full community that will help you out. Welcome. Chris, let's go. You got something good from us always.
Hey, good morning, everyone, and happy Martin Luther King Day. Yeah, so just wanted to share a couple wins. Hopefully, you guys get some inspiration out of it. I love how you and Vernon stepped up and are holding this meeting. Kind of inspired me. As the OG, I need to come on and share some wins for y'all. So one nice win I had was I had one of me and Sophia's buyers remove all their contingencies after getting inspection reports. Home inspector was like, the roof is shot, the deck is shot, and I felt like they were gonna back out, and it was kind of they were teeter-tottering back and forth and giving us a hard time. So I actually secured a great deal for them. 15K under list price on a 650K home with an ADU, and they were still kind of, with all the issues that came out, they were teeter-tottering back and forth whether they're going to back out. But what was good was I got an additional 20K credit, so it was pretty much enough to mainly do all the repairs they wanted to do. So that was a big win, because like you all know, like, it's not done unless they release all contingencies. And so that was a good win to make sure that that's a guaranteed check. And also I had a listing appointment for a property in San Diego County. And I wanted to just take it. I don't care if it's far away, anywhere in California. I'll drive there and spend extra money, join another association, because it's all data. You could get the data from their MLS, join their MLS, and break it down just like you're the pro in the area. It's all data and it's all universal. So I took the listing appointment over Zoom, and then met with the sellers, and they were thinking that they could sell it for 1.3, 1.35. After going over the data and explaining to them my strategy and how everything works and how this is how it should be for guaranteed success, they agreed that the house was only worth 1.2. And I told them we'll try to push some more. So that was a big win, because like everybody knows, we sell properties. We don't just list it, and put whatever number is out there, because it could be a waste of your time, a waste of your marketing dollars. So getting her objections handled and putting her to the right level to agree on me the sell price was a big win. So I'm flying to San Diego Thursday. Home will be in the market midweek. Got pictures set up today, and I'm flying to San Diego Thursday, doing open house Saturday and Sunday with one of my partner agents to get that one going. So just a couple of good wins over there. I wanted to share with everybody. Have a blessed week and kill it out there.
Chris, always good when you share. And then for you, because you are a veteran at this, for us newbies and inexperienced, can you help us out? When you went back to ask for the additional 20K for the house that your client was going to back out on, how did you approach that conversation with the listing agent or even with the buyer?
First, the buyer was actually the house had been on the market 88 days, right? 88 days. She they had a hard time selling it. They did a price reduction, a 50K price reduction. That's why I jumped in. I saw opportunity, and then I got her down lower from that. So when I did my inspections, they didn't give a inspection for the deck, the rear deck. Okay. And then I told my pest report, I need a number for that. So come to find out that they didn't want to give a number to that, because they didn't want to kind of scare away the deal from happening. So I made them give a number for that, and they were like, it needs 47K to replace the whole deck, right? And then on top of that, the home inspector for that company said the roof is on the end of its life. So what I did was, a lot of times these pest companies, they say stuff, they're trying to get money, So I got my own contractor out there, and he was like, I could get the roof buttoned up and it'll last at least, 10 more years for just like $3 grand of work. and he told me he could do the whole deck, the dry rot and all that. You don't got to replace the whole thing to take care of it and have it cleared for like $3,000. So like $6,000 compared to 47 grand in a new roof. So the sellers are like, damn, this all came up. We're screwed. And I just told him this is what's happening. Here's the reports came in, providing them all the data, all the inspections, repair requests. And since she's in a situation where she had to sell, she didn't want to pay another mortgage, they just gave us a 20K in credit with no issues. So as long as you back it up with data, the data might scare, the inspections might scare your own buyers, but it could actually help the situation, because I brought another contractor in to contradict what those inspections said to get it done. So it's just pulling your resources together, keeping everybody aware of what's going on, and just kind of just negotiating, and just negotiating on behalf of your buyers and letting people know that this is what's going to happen, or we're going to back out. And when they're in a place of desperation, they're just going to take it. That's just the way it works.
Okay. Sounds like definitely knowing your market, knowing your resources, and seeing the opportunity. Is that what got you through? Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, everybody.
Appreciate you guys. So clearly, we all have wins. And even if you don't feel like sharing, kind of dig deep and find out what did you do successfully last week that you can repeat this week. So we have about 10 minutes left to figure out our numbers. We can only control how we show up. We can control what we can do, not necessarily if we're going to get the deal closed or if we're going to be able to write the offer. So we need to make sure that we are focused on our income producing activities. So does everyone know what they need to accomplish this week when it comes to income producing activities? Can anyone discuss or outline for the group what those activities are? Kind of pop quiz. Go ahead, Cynthia. I saw you raise your hand. She froze at the same time. Okay. No. Who wants to come off mute?
I'll come off and say that actually wasn't a hand raise, but
Are you just waving to me?
Yes, to everybody.
And now
but the one thing I am going to say is that I woke up this morning and I woke up to a I guess it was a live. Somebody was going live. I didn't even know who this dude was, but he said something that resonated, that was like really powerful, in my opinion. He was talking about how we have to show up, like if you're serious about your lead gen, showing up and being desirable, right? So people have to like chime into what you're saying, what you're doing, and whatnot. And so that's the one thing that I said that I am going to put some energy into, right? Like, what is that thing that makes you desirable? And just trying to figure that piece out. So, and
oh, you went on mute.
Okay.
There you go. So what's the income producing activity that you're going to make desirable this week?
Well, I mean, it all ends up being income producing, because you got to have enough content out there in order for people to like tap in. So whatever those numbers are, just kind of maybe, I'm not even going to like overreach and say 10x, but definitely 5.
So if you think about your calls that you need to make, I'm gonna put you in the hot seat, Miss Cynthia. How many calls do you need to make this week in order to have the conversations you need to find one buyer?
Probably, like, I'm going to say about 50 to 100.
50 to 100 calls this week will get you your one buyer.
Yes.
Okay. Have you made time in your schedule?
Yes, I have time. Absolutely.
Okay. When are you doing your lead gen?
This week, the whole week. So, in the morning, I'll do some in the morning, like I'll split up my week, some in the morning, some in the evening. So, divide that. This morning, I plan on doing some calling because I have time for that. And then throughout the rest of the week in the evening. Okay. So, yeah. So I'm allowing myself a couple of hours per day. So that's, 2 hours a day, and divide it all up.
2 hours a day.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the thing that I want to challenge you and anyone else. And I see Otis, I see Michael, I see your hands up. We'll go to you. be crystal clear on when it is. Because has anyone ever put time on their calendar, like, I'm just going to do this for 30 minutes at some point today, and then you find yourself at 9:30 and you would rather be in bed than making your calls because it was some point? Let's anchor it in. Let's find the specific time. If it's 2 hours, is it 2 hours right after this call from 10 to 12, or is it from 11 to 1? How specific can you be and give your business the time and the time and the focus and the clarity it needs?
Yeah, well, for this morning, it'll be from 10 to 12.
Fabulous.
And I'm actually thinking Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 to 12. And then well, maybe not Wednesday, but I'll figure it out because I'm
Okay.
committed to it. I was highly motivated by what this guy had to say, and
Good.
it's in line with how we do things over here on our team. So, yeah.
Good. Okay. Mr. McIntosh, what are your numbers for this week? What do you need to accomplish?
Okay, I just wanted to touch in something that I've heard before, but it's kind of been reaffirmed with intensity punching metrics and things and goals into Agently. As far as IPAs, income producing activities, I need to hit 3 hours a day of prospecting.
Okay.
So that's what I'm working on now, whether it's using my dialer or knocking doors, Monday through Friday, every single day minimum. I'm going to do 3 hours of prospecting.
Minimum. And like you said, calls, door knocking, just the lead gen. That's what you're committing 3 hours a day.
Being proactive, going out and prospecting. Yeah.
Okay. Is it on your calendar?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll be ready for you to give us a report or an update on Friday,
Yes,
and let
ma'am.
us know what you got from that. Okay.
Will do.
Perfect. Otis, you're always focusing on everything. So tell us, what
I'm
numbers do
I'm
we have to?
I'm gonna pick you out. My brother just said, like, literally, Agently is where it's at. It gives you, whatever type of goals you are. My goals personally are for the CGI is for 250. So it breaks it down yearly, what you need to do monthly, weekly, and daily. So you said for this week, with intensity, I mean, it's already going to be easier for me to hit all these metrics, obviously, because I'm out there putting in that work. So I have to have one contract signed, uh 2 appointments met, 3 appointments set, 15 leads generated, 154 contacts, and 22 hours of prospecting. So I think I've already gotten probably like 6 hours already. So just got to keep mustering it through the day, following the calendar, following the program, and looking to hitting the metrics. So if that does it, it should do it. And I even plan on, even the intensity is over after I finish, like, to still do it, but just at a lesser intense program. Because one of my biggest things I keep sharing is, you have to learn how to fish by yourself. If you want more money, you want more CGI. Over the last 2 years, seeing what I gave back to the team and get back to Zillow, hefty. That was that life changing money that would have definitely, stood in my pocket. So making sure I know how to fish and do all these things. So everything else is just bonus, and all the other partnerships that were planted. I got a good friend that knows, actually, Vernon and Cortez Hearn. He's a part of the network, and he's getting me to join up soon. So that's one of the things, just staying on track and having people that are on that same mindset. So having 50 other people, and then obviously the 5 or 6 that are in our group, it just makes this so much easier to get all the frustrations out, and then also hold each other accountable.
Good. And even if you don't have Agently through intensity, however you are tracking, the team has home. If you need to look at my Excel spreadsheet, you need to track the activities. We can't grow anything that we are not tracking, and nothing is going to come from kind of just wishing, hoping, having it somewhere out there. So if anything, the clarity and the focus that you need to establish, and it's Monday, so we should already know, but if you don't, take it as day one. Put down what you need to accomplish for today and set it out and plan it out for the rest of the week. And the Agently app is for those that are in intensity. So Darnell, I'm not sure if you are, but you can message me afterward if you need the link for that. But if you are not in intensity, great, we'll find it for you. If you're not in intensity, home, Excel, we also have Sisu from EXP. So the goal of it is track what you are doing every day, because if we track it, then we know where we need to refine after we've given it enough time to actually, see if we are being effective in those activities. I hope I said that correctly. I will send you my spreadsheet, Princess. We are almost at the end of our time together. That went by quickly, actually, with all of the wins. So who's got some takeaways that they want to share? Jeff, I was going to tap on you because you always have good things to contribute.
All right. Well, thanks, Blessing. I appreciate it. I mean, a couple of takeaways. One, I mean, honestly, I'm just in awe of you stepping in and doing this. I mean, I know how much energy and that Elias brings and how much, he just is there all the time. And for someone, it's got to be intimidating to be like, okay, I'll step in and do it. I mean, those are some big shoes to step into. So thank you for doing that. And it just lets, the takeaway for me is knowing that, you can do hard things, even if you're uncomfortable, we hear that cliche a lot, get out of your comfort zone. But as much as you've done this and as much as you're on camera, for anybody, regardless, it would be difficult to step into, those shoes. So thank you for doing that. And then, I mean, just the wins. It's just incredible the things that we're doing starting out the new year. I love hearing about the getting some new buyers. Again, getting out of your comfort zone. I think it was Brianna just saying like, hey, I didn't want to do it, but I had someone there backing me up, pushing me, and that's what got me to do the thing that I needed to do. So just great stuff, and really appreciate this happening today because Elias and you could have just written it off and said, let's not do it today. Let's skip it.
Got to show up consistently. Thank you so much. And even as one of our lending partners, it's always on. And realizing that you don't have to be on. This is a choice that you make is always a good reminder that we make the choices of where we want to spend our time and where we get our energy and our motivation from. So it's always good to see you. I am going to tap on Ricky Johnson. I know your camera's off, but give me a takeaway. What did you take away from today's call? Ricky going once? Ricky going twice? Okay. Kyrell, I see that you're here as well. What's a takeaway that you want to share with the group?
A takeaway that, I've gotten from today. First, again, I definitely want to shout out to you. I was actually just making a post and tagging you in there for keeping it moving and keeping the motivation and inspiration alive. Just staying diligent and just really honing in on your business and, your market insights and everything to do with the intensity, so those are just a couple takeaways that I've really had today.
Good. Well, glad to have you here. You're always showing up. So I appreciate that. Hugo, you always have also something good to contribute. What did you take away from today? And while he's coming off, everyone has something good to contribute. I'm literally just baiting everyone because everyone has good contributions when they're called out. Hugo, what do you have to share for today? Hugo once? Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and start to wrap us up. Something that Otis said that was part of my open sentiment, but I didn't share it, is that because of the importance of today, know that a lot of us, yes, it would have been illegal for us to be real estate professionals. That the way that we navigate everything, it is a privilege. It is a privilege to show up and serve. And don't forget that there are people who want to be where we are. There are people who have left where we are. But just like we said with Jeff, we get to choose how we show up every single day. So choose to show up with the heart of gratitude and heart of service, and recognize that where we are right now, someone will see this in the future and say, I want to do exactly what they're doing. And that we don't know who's watching us right now, but we do get to be that inspiration to you just don't know where we're going to inspire. So continue to show up, continue to dream big and impossible, hairy, big goals. Like, just don't limit yourself in any which way. And it's always an honor to step up and be with all of you. So let's go and kill this week. And as Elias always says, let's keep it moving toward your dreams, vision, and goals. And let's just go. Have a freaking awesome day. Have an awesome week. If you need anything, tap in. And we will be doing this again on Wednesday. I haven't confirmed that it's me, but we're going to be here. Someone will be here with everyone. So let's go
Great
kill
job
the
today,
week, guys.
Blessing. Great job. Great job.
Thank you all. Thank you all.
Yes, Blessing. Proud of you.
Thank you.
Bless,
Bless.
can I,
We want more blessings.